Hi, good evening, everyone, again. On behalf of ISHRAE and the Women in ISHRAE initiative, I'm delighted to welcome all of you to edition 7th of our Empowering and Knowledge Packed webinar series. So, this platform is dedicated to celebrating women in HVAC industry, encouraging their leadership, fostering learning, and creating many more opportunities for all of us. I really am very much excited to introduce to our speaker of the day today. So she will guide us through the world of artificial intelligence and its powerful application in HVAC. So we are honored to have with us an exceptional leader, a tech innovator, and a truly inspiring mind. So our speaker for the day is Dr. Nidhi Arora. So a few words about her. Dr. Arora is a Microsoft certified associate and a highly accomplished AI expert with more than 20 years of experience in both research industry. So she specializes in wide range of cutting edge domain, including artificial intelligence, machine learning, generative AI, computer vision, NLP, predictive analytics, and workflow automation. So Dr. Arora has previously served as a director of Gujarat Technological University and has authored over 70 research papers along with a well-recognized book on soft computing. She is also a Google developer, educator, and a speaker who has delivered numerous keynotes and faculty development program at leading institution and a national tech forum. I'm really happy to give this stage to her. So most recently, if you talk about her feature on the cover of Inside Success magazine as an ethical AI champion promoting sustainable tech. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Nidhi Arora. She is the director of AI at Advic Tech, Ahmedabad. As she takes us through understanding the basics of AI of HVAC. Dr. Arora, please, the stage is yours now.
Thanks, Subha, for a wonderful introduction. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Very good evening, everyone. Before I begin, I want to sincerely thank Women in ISHRAE, Nisha, Nivedita, and everybody from the organizing team for inviting me to deliver this webinar. I know you all are very busy people. Some of you probably had to choose between attending this session or checking your email and attending important calls or meetings. So I really appreciate you picking this webinar over your daily office work. Today we are going to talk about understanding the very basics of AI for HVAC. Don't worry, this is not going to be a PhD level AI lecture. I promise that there will be no pop up quizzes on AI for you. Instead, we will be focusing on what AI really means to us, some basic idea behind AI, it is beneficial for you in business. I promise that this talk won't get too technical. If you are already a tech savvy or AI savvy, please keep calm. For others, I will try to light up your mind to start thinking about AI for your business. I hope by end of this talk, you will walk away seeing AI not just as a buzzword, but as a technology that can help you save time and make smarter decisions. I'm up to sharing my screen. Please let me know once you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am, your screen is visible. You can move to the full screen mode. Yes, it's on full screen mode. You can take it forward from here.
All right. So, as already said, I'm going to take you to a journey to understand the very basics of AI for HVAC. My introduction has already been given, so I'm skipping these slides. Just wanted to let you know that we will not be talking about um, advanced AI concepts today like AI agents or agentic AI or automation or generative AI, because this talk is focused very much on understanding what the basics of AI look like, right? So I know you all come from an industry where we often talk about these keywords like net zero, sustainability, green buildings, decarbonization, carbon neutral system, ESG, global warming, zero waste, climate resilience. Do you think these all things are achievable without AI? Possibly not. Yes, there may be some systems which can run without AI to achieve all these, but AI actually has a role certainly to play to contribute to all these missions for which ISHRAE is working on. If you look at some market intelligence data, it is predicted that the AI market is going to reach um, to a newer heights by 2030, right? So there is a huge rise in the market of AI. This report was generated by a very well-known market research company, which is which was published in 2023. So, talking from the very basic, do you use AI in your everyday life? I know everybody will have the same answer because most of the people have started using ChatGPT in their daily life, right? Not only for answering basic questions, but to generate the official documents also, for extracting data from the documents also. But believe me, AI is not only ChatGPT, it is much more than that. We use AI in lot of other ways also in our everyday life. You use your mobile phone, there are a lot of apps which are installed on your mobile, like face recognition app to unlock your phone, um, other apps which help you make your life very easy. You use social media also, like Instagram, Facebook, which recommends you newer posts based on what you see on regular basis, so it captures your interest and recommends you those posts which match your interest. That's AI. Everybody is using um, mail, right? There is a categorization of email. There is inbox, there are some spam filters which are based on AI algorithm which help keep your spam emails away from your inbox so that you don't lose interest from your actual emails, right? Even there is another tab right now with uh, some service providers where you see promotional emails separately in a different tab. You may be using some text editors where your spelling mistakes are highlighted, where your sentence making mistakes are highlighted. Everywhere there is some or other kind of AI algorithm working in the background. Then there are navigation apps also which you use, right? When you start from your home to a newer place where you go, there is always this navigation app which helps you look at the real time traffic and guides you through the better alternative route to your destination. Then there are other many apps, your makeup apps. You talk about apps and there is one or other kind of AI algorithm working in the background. So why do you use AI? I can give you a number of reasons why you are using AI in your everyday life. It increases your workday efficiency. You will all say yes. It saves a lot of time. Yes, if you keep just ChatGPT in mind, I think most of the points will adhere to all these, uses. But it's not just ChatGPT. I will let you know by end of this session that what other ways are there in which you can use AI in your industry, in your business. It makes information and services more accessible. It is reliable and accurate, sometimes not very accurate, but yes, many a times it is accurate. It simplifies the most complex, routine, mundane tasks. It helps automates your repetitive tasks which you don't like to do on everyday basis. It helps optimizing your resources. It learns gradually and becomes more effective with the usage. It adapts to your preferences, like you do shopping on Mintra, you do shopping on Amazon, Flipkart. It understands your preferences, and based on that, it helps you suggest, similar products which you might have bought in past. And of course, it helps you in many, many ways in the decision making. So, if we talk about the companies, why are companies using AI? Yes, to reduce the errors, which are human errors, and those errors are made because of the tasks which becomes boring. But AI never gets bored. It makes your company more efficient and productive by taking up all those boring tasks so that you can utilize your time where more um, human intelligence is required. It frees up the time of your employees for high level tasks which cannot be performed by AI systems. It ensures that your production processes, everything, every small task run automatically, consistently, without breaking, and makes your day effective. So we all agree to these facts. So back to the definition. So what is exactly artificial intelligence? So if I go by the definition, artificial intelligence is the science and engineering of making intelligent machines which are based on intelligent algorithms. So, what is intelligence? Intelligence is to learn about the environment, to learn from the environment, and to interact with the environment. So, that means this is not a closed system, this is an open system which continuously look at the environment, find the changes in the environment, learns from the environment, and gradually matures as and when it starts interacting with the environment. So, this is how we also, as human beings, are called intelligent because we possess all these three traits. Because we learn from the environment, we interact with the environment, and we also respond to the environment, right? So, do you call yourself intelligent? If you say yes, I will ask you a very obvious question: which qualities do you have to prove that you are intelligent? You will say, I have a lot of capabilities, which makes me intelligent, like perceiving. What is perception? Perception is to feel the environment, to see the changes in the environment, right? To learn. Whenever there is a change in the environment, if you also try to change yourself, you can say that I'm intelligent. Feeling. Now, feelings, I mean, there are a lot of definitions about feelings. You can call it emotion, but feeling here is to not only perceive anything, but to understand it and to react to it. That is also broadly called feeling. We are not talking about human feeling here, but yes, in general, that's called feeling. Understanding of language. We understand language, what others are speaking. We not only listen to them, but we also try and understand. We try to make out the meaning of what is being said. We have a very strong capability of reasoning. If we act, we also have reasons. Why have we acted in some situation in a particular manner? So we have a reason behind it. We can do decision making. That is very critical to human intelligence. So if you can take decisions in different situations, whether it is similar to the situation which you have seen earlier, or even if it is a new situation you have never encountered in your life, you take any kind of decision, it is associated to intelligence. And then there are so many things. I mean, I think you can see my screen properly. And problem solving, right? Where we can solve complex problems. If we talk about any regular day problem, right? You are going on in your car, and then suddenly, the car runs out of the petrol. What is the best solution you can find out? That is also one of the problem solving problem, right? Planning. Yes, we always plan our day also. We do planning in projects also, which we do in our office, right? So that is also associated to human intelligence. Now, there are various types of human intelligence. Now, slowly, I'm trying to take you from human intelligence to artificial intelligence. So, whichever type of human intelligence I'll be talking about, slowly we will try to associate it with the way artificial intelligence has been designed to solve the problems which we see in our daily life, or the problems which we see in our uh, workday life in business. So, first is verbal intelligence, linguistic intelligence. So, we have this linguistic intelligence, meaning that we can communicate through words. Right now, I am speaking, you are listening to me. So, we both have uh, linguistic intelligence. Why? Because what I want to speak, I'm able to, uh, form proper sentences of it. And if you are able to understand me, that means you are also linguistic intelligent. Second is visual intelligence. What we see through our eyes, we visualize the whole world through the 3D lens which we have been given, right? So that's called spatial intelligence or visual intelligence, to see the environment through eyes. Then is intrapersonal intelligence, to understand oneself and realize the needs. Why are you working? What do you want in future? What is your next day's plan? To plan for yourself, to understand your needs, to realize your needs. That is also associated with intelligence. Then comes interpersonal intelligence, which is called social intelligence, which is to understand and communicate with others, not only to listen to what others are saying. This is a next level of intelligence where you can also understand what is being told, and then responding to the other person. That becomes two-way communication, right? Then this is the most important intelligence, which is logical, mathematical intelligence, which actually forms the core basis of artificial intelligence, which is quantifying, reasoning, thinking logically whenever a problem is seen, responding to the problem by taking appropriate steps, decision making. These all are the traits which have been, uh, you know, inherited from human beings and slowly are transformed into machines, so that we get a next level of intelligence which is called artificial intelligence. So all these types of intelligences which I'm discussing right now, these are in a way simulated, so that the machines which earlier were not able to think, not able to communicate, not able to visualize anything, are now in today's era have the capability to do everything which we associate with human intelligence. Then there is something called naturalist intelligence, which I suppose is the motive behind ISHRAE also, understanding the living things, understanding the needs of the environment, and then acting intelligently. That's naturalist intelligence. And then kinetic understanding the existential, you know, understanding to have knowledge about why do you exist, what is your goal, what do you want to achieve in life. So similarly, if we set the goals for machines also, they know what goals they have to achieve, right? I'm trying to help you associate all these types of intelligence to artificial intelligence to work uh, to do this physical workout, actually, to have to be healthy, to justify your existential, understanding. And then lastly, this is something which is related to uh, entertainment, because this is something which is very important part of human life, to exist and to understand the patterns. So from here, uh, pattern mapping, pattern matching, pattern generation, if you might have heard about all these applications of AI, from this intelligence, all these pattern based applications have come into play. So, in short, human intelligence is defined by the ability to interact with the real world. So, if you have any type of intelligence, you are able to perceive, I told you, perceive what? Changes in the environment, recognizing people. So, if you have met somebody last time, if you can recognize them by their name, by their face, you can call yourself intelligent. If you recognize people by their voices, you call yourself intelligent. Then, if you understand the world, that means what we call world, anything which is surrounding you is called world. In AI terminology, we also call it environment. Anything besides you, other than you, is understood as world, environment. So if you understand the environment, the emotions of people, their requirements, their language, their behavior, their expressions, their gesture, you can call yourself intelligent. And then, if you can act accordingly, if you understand somebody's emotion, how do you act? You take some actions. If you understand their language, how do you respond to them? How do you communicate to them? If you understand their gestures, how do you behave? How do you plan? You take decisions. So, these three things are uh, broadly associated to human intelligence: to perceive, to understand, and to act after you have understood the environment. So, coming back to AI, AI is a wide ranging branch of computer science. Now, we will talk a little technical, where we are trying to make machines which can not only think like human beings but also act like human beings. When we say act like human beings, that means it should have not that level of intelligence which human beings have, because human beings are said to be the most intelligent creatures on the earth. But yes, if some amount of intelligence can be imposed, can be simulated in machines, those can be called artificial intelligent machines. Now, before we move further, I want to tell you a little background of the AI machines. It was 1951 at University of Manchester when first AI program was created. Back then, people were not even thinking about AI. They were not even talking about AI. There were handful, number of people who knew that something like machine intelligence can ever exist. And then there were some AI programs which were created. Christopher Strachey created a checkers program. Dietrich Prince created a chess playing program. And then DeepMind, which was a company, it created number of programs to master chess, shogi, and go. And then came the era of machine intelligence when there was a supercomputer uh, developed by IBM which could play chess. Chess is said to be the most complex game, right? And this machine was named Deep Blue. I tell you an interesting story about Deep Blue. So there was a match which was proposed between Deep Blue and the company was this company who developed this Deep Blue, which was IBM, when they were sure that they have created a real chess playing computer. They invited Gary Kasparov, which was then world chess champion, to play against Deep Blue. That was 1996, sometime in February, where the first match was held in Philadelphia. And of course, this Grandmaster Kasparov won the match by 4-2 over Deep Blue. But at that time, this record was created that there was a first computer program which defeated this world champion in a game. So this match actually consists of 6 games. So out of these 6 games, there was one game which was won by Deep Blue. And that made people more confident that such intelligent machines can be created which can, uh, solve complex problems as complex as chess. Then the developers went back and reprogrammed it because this first match gave them a little confidence that if it can win one game playing in against a world chess champion, then it can be reprogrammed and then they can come out with a better intelligent machine. And then second match was again done between the two parties somewhere in 1997 in New York City, and the result was shocking. Deep Blue actually took over the match and beat Gary Kasparov in this second match. And at that time, this first computer program was seen by the world to defeat a world chess champion. And this, computer played the match under all the tournament regulations. That means why I told you this story, that if back in 1997, when the technology was not that mature, if such intelligent program can be created which can defeat a world chess champion, that means today the machines which can be created, they really have much more intelligence to carry out the most complex tasks, not only in game playing but in business also. And I remember I read it somewhere that Gary Kasparov, in the interview after the second match, told the media that he was surprised to see the moves which this Deep Blue took. It actually, you know, captured Gary Kasparov's intelligent moves and stored somewhere in its memory. And when similar situation came, what it did, it took the same moves which were not actually expected by a computer because those were actually very strategic moves. So that was the time when people got more confidence that computers can also have the ability to interact with the real world. Now, this is said to be the best example from where the era of actual intelligent machines started, and we got the answers of all these questions, not relevant to human beings' intelligence, but relevant to artificial intelligent machines. Again, going back to the 3 questions, can these chess champion, it read it perceived it understood it very carefully. Can they understand? Yes, because it analyzed and recorded all the moves which the opponent took, scored the moves, and took the very strategic moves when it was actually required. Can they act? Yes, making an intelligent move made this system act intelligently. So that was the time when artificial intelligence actually got the push and more confident, made the researchers more confident that yes, this is the right direction in which we are doing research, and the future of business is going to be AI. I don't know if you people have heard about these common machines which are there all around. To the ladies out here in the participants, playing a game as complex as chess. Can it handle enormous data? Yes, it can not only store the data, but can also retrieve the data at the right time when required. Artificial intelligence can also perform high level computation. Computation, it can be mathematical, it can be logical, it can be any type of computation which human brain can take a little more time, but this AI machines does it, of course, faster than human brains. So this is only the parameter on which AI machines, surpass human intelligence, because our processor is a little slower. I won't say much slower, a little slower. And of course, it aids in decision making. In our example, the machine took right move at the right time. So I think I'm able to give you right example to associate human intelligence to artificial intelligence. So do computers have ability to interact with the real world? Yes. Now in today's world, if you see around, you have AI systems which can recognize faces for, face recognition systems are there for, um, you know, employee entry and exit time, and then you have speech recognition systems also. Can they understand? Yes, there are systems which understand languages. There is Google Translate, which you use often to translate from one language to another language. Yes, there are systems which have been built to read the expressions also. There are systems which have ability to take actions and respond. You might have used a lot of chatbots. So chatbots are the best examples to respond to customer queries, to respond to the visitor queries, right? uh, I don't know if I have shared my screen with audio or not. I'm playing this video. Please let me know if you can hear the audio also. This is one of the video which I could extract from my archives when I used to teach my students 8 to 10 years ago what exactly is AI. And you'll see and you will get amazed that whatever we used to only talk 10 years back, we are actually seeing all these things around us in the form of AI applications. Please, somebody let me know if you can hear the audio also. I'm playing the video.
No, ma'am, we cannot hear the audio. Hi, Miss Nidhi. The audio is not on. It's not audible, the video.
I'll try to share one more time. Let me see. Share sound. Okay. Playing it again.
Was when the Deep Blue computer beat the chess genius
Yes?
Kasparov in 1990.
Yes, we're good. Yes, we're good.
Artificial intelligence. It's not actually a pill that makes you temporarily smarter. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is the process that makes it possible for machines to think. The term first appeared at a conference at the University of Dartmouth in 1956. But the first real feat of artificial intelligence was when the Deep Blue computer beat the chess genius Kasparov in 1997. In the future, will it mean we're driven around in autonomous cars and have domestic robots? Does it seem that far away? They are already everywhere in our daily life. For example, chatbots or intelligent chat programs will soon allow Cyril to fix his washing machine even on a Sunday night. Same for Laurent, who can sit back and chat while his new vacuum cleaner does all the cleaning, and whose cousin does the same thing as him, but on the ground on Mars. Or when Aurelia, who is shooting her next film, can direct a crowd of 1,000 people through an intelligent special effects program, when in fact she only has 2 actors. But also simply, when Dominique's smartphone allows him to text without typos thanks to autocorrect, or to order a taxi hands-free thanks to voice recognition. In short, artificial intelligence is everywhere, but watch out, it can't prevent human error just yet.
So this video talks about mostly all those applications which I have just now discussed. So these things were not actually existing 10 years back, but then people knew that there would be a time that these AI applications, intelligent applications would be actually making our lives so easier. And we are so fortunate to be in this era where we can utilize all these AI applications making our lives so easy. All right. So, moving forward, there are 3 types of AI. Again, why am I telling this to you? Because now, with the help of this classification, you will be able to understand which type of application do you want in your business. So, there are 3 broad categories of AI. First is artificial narrow intelligence, which performs specific tasks limited to one domain only. Let's say if I go back to the example of vacuum cleaner, it is made to clean the floor automatically. That's it. So it has a limited intelligence which is limited to one particular domain and one particular task only. That is the very basic AI application from where the AI started emerging. Then came artificial general intelligence, which we call AGI, which possesses human like cognition. When I say cognition, cognition is a keyword which is associated to all the activities which human being does being alive using your sense organs. You can hear, you can see, you can taste, you can understand, right? You can perceive. So you have sense organs to have this cognition. Today also we have some AI applications which can see. How they can see? Instead of eyes, they have cameras. So if you have heard about some applications wherein some anomaly detection is being happening where some cameras are erected, some fault detection is being done through the cameras which are erected in some you know facility. So this is something which is related to capturing input, not through eyes but through cameras, right? Then speech, we have the other sense organ, that is we can speak. So there are applications which we have seen like voice chatbots, conversational assistants, where you don't even have to type in your queries. You get the answers by interacting through your voice, right? So a lot of applications are there which are relevant to cognition. So that uh, classification of AI applications comes under AGI, where the applications which are developed can also adapt to more tasks gradually when they start interacting with the environment. So, all the common AI applications which you see around or which you might have heard about, which you might have thought of implementing in your business, fall under this category AGI. Then there is the next category of AI, which is called artificial super intelligence. Now, this super intelligence is something which is visionary, I would say, which people are thinking that there would be a time when machines will surpass human intelligence. I just now told that human beings are till date most intelligent creatures. So, till date, as per my knowledge, there are no applications which have been built which can surpass human intelligence and outperform in all the areas. We have seen applications in artificial neurointelligence where domain specific applications are there. In today's world, we have seen AGI applications where some applications are built which learn by interacting with the environment, mature gradually, improve the intelligence gradually, but there are no applications which can work in all the areas, even if they are built to, you know, serve a single domain or a single area for a single task. So broadly, we are under this category of AI. So if we see AI at a glance, if you see the outer circle, that's where AI is. Now broadly we say it's AI, but it's not just AI, it is much more than that. I always tell people that AI is a big ocean. There are hundreds of application areas of AI, but broadly, if we want to look at AI, there are some commonly known subdomains of AI, where one is again, most of the people might be knowing about it, which is machine learning, where we make machines learn the same way the human beings learn. And then there is something called deep learning, where the applications are built in such a way that it is the systems are trained the way human beings' neurons are trained. The intelligence of human beings lies in the brain, right? And in brains there are nerves. Sorry, I'm going a little towards biology, but this is how deep learning is understood. So when the neurons are trained, the human brain, which is a mesh, a huge collection of neurons gets trained. So deep learning is an area of AI where the machines are trained in the same way the neurons are trained. Just to give you a very, very, very broad idea. Okay. So, as I was telling you, I just tried to put together some application areas of AI, which I suppose you may be able to now relate to HVAC also. So it's not just AI, it is much more than that. I'm taking one step at a time. You might have heard about AR and VR, which is closely related to AI. You can call it a domain which has intersection with AI. Again, under this application area, if I start counting, there are n number of applications. So to each feather which I'm showing in this diagram, I will just tell you one specific application just to give you a broad idea, because I wanted to keep this talk very, very basic That's why I'm not talking too much into technical aspects of AI, just to give you an idea how AR VR can work. So if you want to do some virtual maintenance training of the HVAC equipments for the technicians to practice the repairs, if any type of fault occurs, AR and VR can be used. If we take the second one, which is computer vision, I have already given you the example of computer vision. We have the vision through eyes. AI systems get their vision through cameras. So, this area of AI in which anything which is implemented by capturing the images through camera or by taking feed from the CCTV cameras, by capturing the video stream, this application lies under computer vision. So let's say something like, if you want to do some type of fault detection where the cameras are, capturing the images, you want to identify if there are any leaks in the system, there are any, corrosion or mechanical wear or tear in the, instruments which you have in your facility, then through visual inspection through cameras, the data can be captured and then AI algorithms can work in the background to understand those images or videos and analyze it and then, maybe detect the fault or give you, alert before the system goes down. Third, data mining and data analysis. Analyzing any type of data forms a very strong application of AI for any business, not just if you are from HVAC industry. If you are from any industry, I'm sure you might have uh, collected huge amount of data for years in your business and you are clueless what to do with this data. Data mining and data analysis comes to you for the rescue. It can analyze huge amount of data. Let's say if you have energy consumption data, it can analyze and give you, you know, predictions about the future energy consumption. If you have um, a huge data which you have been collecting about the equipment usage, it can help you plan the equipments. It can help you, predictive analytics, failures, indoor air quality. We talk a lot when we talk of decarbonization. IAQ is something which is very, very, very hot these days, right? So just I could recall that there was a conference which happened in Malaysia, and towards diversity and sustainability, and I contributed a paper through AI. We simulated um, the air quality in Indian metro cities and we won the best paper award. So this is something which has promising applications in the area of AI. You talk about the domain and it has applications. What you have to do is just open your eyes, think about optimizing the resources, think about getting the you know utmost advantage of data, not only for the storing purpose but for analyzing it to help you take better decisions, to guide you for the future events. A lot of applications are there in data mining. Next comes expert system. This is one of the application area which is said to be the um, initial um, application area where um, the AI systems are given more intelligence so that they start behaving like experts. If you might have heard about medical diagnostic system where, when a patient goes to a doctor, the expert system, takes the patient into conversation, ask multiple questions about what kind of symptoms it is, you know, seeing in the body, and then based on that, it suggests some um, lab test, it suggests some diagnosis and some prescription. And from there, the doctors can pick it up. If the doctor has huge, flow of patients in the clinic, can't handle all the patients on its own, expert systems can come to the rescue. So this is a very common example which we can all understand. That is why I've given you a very common example. So such systems which can help you in your daily routine task and act as an assistant to you, not only for taking notes, not that assistant, not only for planning your calendar, but as an expert to help you in taking some important decisions. Example I have taken here is for troubleshooting, where it can guide the technicians through diagnostic steps, similar to what I told you in medical diagnostic case, and recommending best HVAC layout for efficiency. So if you want a system where it generates multiple layouts and also points out the best layout which suits to a particular area, looking at the surroundings and the other parameters, that can be considered to be an expert system. Then comes something called NLP. All the chatbots which you have seen, ChatGPT, Gemini, all these are actually the applications of natural language processing, where these applications lets you interact with them through natural language. So putting it in a layman's terminology, this is how we understand natural language processing, where there are systems which not only understand the natural language but also generate the natural language. Because when you use uh, GPT or Perplexity or Gemini, you enter some sentence, be the sentence not correct grammatically, or if it is not written properly, it understands your intention and then tries to respond to you in your language, in the natural language, and suggest you the best answer to your queries. Customer support chatbots, which can bring information from your system instantly to support your customers. This is the best example of natural language processing. Speech recognition and synthesis, where, as I told you, speech recognition is something which is considered to be uh, uh, important trait of human beings also. So there are speech recognition systems also. So voice controlled thermostats can be there, which are hands-free temperature adjustment systems, where you just have to give voice commands to it, and it understands your voice, it understands your language. NLP works in the background because the voice is then converted into natural language, and then instructions are given to the systems to adjust the temperature. Then there is something called planning, scheduling, and optimization. Everybody in whatever business they are, they need planning of some type, scheduling of some type, and I'm sure some type of optimization of resources, optimization of infrastructure is required. So a very common example is demand forecasting and inventory scheduling. So if you have multiple equipments and you want to schedule those equipments to the best of their usage, and you can focus their demand, the spare parts demand in case the system goes down, the need of the service for those equipments. These are all examples of planning, scheduling, and optimization. I know it's already 7. I'm just wrapping it up in 5 minutes. So if we talk about net zero, If we talk about sustainability, green buildings, decarbonization, carbon neutral environment, again, going back to the same points. If you think there is any possibility where you can implement AI, you should start thinking in that direction, because AI has come to that stage where at least it has general intelligence, where it can learn, it can interact with the environment, and it can behave sensibly to optimize the resources, not to waste any resources, to do energy optimization, to control the air quality, indoor air quality, and so on and so forth. Why should HVAC industry use AI? I'm sure all of your companies have been collecting huge amount of data. You may have some sensors which are regularly collecting the data. So, storage of data, sensors in place, what next? AI can do the next step by analyzing the data which is collected, helping you in decision making, you know, doing forecasting of the future events, and helping you, your business, schedule the future events, and can save a lot of effort, and is actually very, very cost effective also. So a lot of things I've already told. Machine translation is there, audio analytics. As I told you, AI is huge, huge, vast. So image analytics, Internet of Things, these are all subdomains which support AI and which cannot move forward without the support of AI. So, how big is the AI opportunity? If you think of a small AI tool which can monitor AI consumption or discover the areas of improvement, it can be a small tool also. If you go to a next level, AI can be a solution to your bigger complex problem, which where it can process voluminous data, it can interact in natural language, not with your customer, but to your employees also, to the managers also, take care of all the queries of all the people around, and can extract important insights from the business viewpoint. Or it can be a wider analytics framework which can take actions whenever required, where it can take intelligent decisions, it can track carbon emissions, it can reduce carbon footprint. So, actually, AI opportunity is really big. I'm stopping here. If you have any questions, I'm open to questions. Please feel free to ask.